AITA for wanting revenge on my cheating husband. Until I found out the truth, I, 34F, have been married to my husband, 36M, for 8 years. We've had what I thought was a solid marriage, until a few months ago when everything changed. It started with small things. He became distant, started working late more often, and guarded his phone like it contained state secrets. The intimacy between us fizzled out, and when I confronted him about it, he dismissed it as stress from work. I wanted to believe him, I really did. But gut feelings are rarely wrong, and mine was screaming at me. So, like any sane wife driven mad by suspicion, I did some digging. And by digging, I mean I pulled a full-blown FBI investigation. I checked his car mileage, noted his work schedule, and finally my worst fears were confirmed. I found receipts. Hotel stays, dinner reservations for 2, expensive gifts I never received. I even followed him once, and there he was at a fancy restaurant with her. My world shattered. The revelation, unmasking the truth. I won't lie. I saw red. I imagined every form of revenge possible. Divorce, exposing him to his family, even some pettier ideas like keying his car or maxing out his credit cards. The betrayal burned through me like wildfire. I confronted him that night. I threw the evidence in his face, screaming, crying, demanding answers. I wanted him to beg for forgiveness, to admit what he had done. But his reaction wasn't what I expected. He didn't deny it. He just sat there, defeated, staring at the floor. And then he said something that turned my rage into confusion. It's not what you think. The unexpected twist. Apparently, he was having an affair. But it wasn't about love or lust. It was about desperation. The woman? A high-end escort. Why? Because my husband has cancer. He had been diagnosed months ago, but couldn't bring himself to tell me. He said he didn't want to see me hurt, didn't want to watch me suffer while watching him deteriorate. He wanted to protect me from the burden of caregiving, from watching him wither away. But the escort? She wasn't for pleasure. He had paid her just to talk, to have someone listen while he processed the fact that he was dying. The aftermath, facing reality. I felt like the worst person on the planet. Here I was plotting revenge, calling lawyers, ready to burn our life to the ground, while he was silently struggling, afraid of being a burden to me. I didn't know whether to cry for myself, for him, or for the entire cruel twist of fate. So now I'm left here reeling. I don't know how to feel. I'm still angry that he kept something so huge from me. I'm still hurt that he turned to someone else, even if it wasn't for that. But mostly, I'm just heartbroken. The conclusion, what now? I haven't decided what to do. I don't know if I can forgive him for shutting me out, but I also don't know if I can walk away when he needs me the most. What would you do? Would you stay and support him? Or would you leave, knowing he didn't trust you enough to be honest? I never thought I'd be in this situation. I wanted revenge. Now, I just want answers. The comments section was brutal, so let me address some things. Fire, he's lying. Of course, he slept with her. I don't know. And that's what's killing me. If I believe him, I have to accept that he emotionally cheated on me. If I don't believe him, then I'm staying with a man who betrayed me in the worst way, and that makes me a fool. Fire, if the roles were reversed, he'd never forgive you. This comment haunted me, because the truth is, I think you're right. If I had secretly gone to a male escort to talk, he would have never accepted that as an excuse. And that stings. Fire, he's scared and dying. Give him some grace. I get this. I really do. He's terrified. He's facing his own mortality. But did that give him the right to betray me, even if it was just emotional? Fire, leave. This isn't about love anymore. He didn't trust you. That's the part one can't get over. We built a life together. We made vows. And when things got bad, he didn't turn to me. He chose a stranger. That's the part that breaks me. Fire, it's not about forgiving him. It's about whether you can live with this. This one hit home. It's true. The real question isn't whether I forgive him. It's whether I can wake up every day next to a man who made me feel like I wasn't enough when he needed someone. The aftermath. Where do we go from here? After our talk, he cried. He sobbed. He kept saying he was sorry, that he never meant to hurt me, that he was just so scared. And I cried too, because I love him. But love doesn't erase betrayal. For now, I'm staying. Not because I've forgiven him, but because I need more time to process this. He has a long road ahead, and I don't know if I want to be part of that journey anymore. But one thing is for sure, I will never be the same after this. Reddit, what now? Update 2. The fallout and more of your thoughts. I didn't expect my update to blow up either, but here we are. The comments have been a mix of understanding, personal stories, and some people still urging me to leave. I've been reading everything, and I want to acknowledge some of the points people made. Support and understanding. A lot of you have expressed support for my decision to stay for now, not as blind forgiveness, but because I need time to process everything. Many of you understood that walking away immediately isn't as easy as it sounds, especially when you've built a life with someone. Small blue diamond, Opie, I get it. My husband was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and the fear changed him. He became distant, irrational, and did things I never expected. Illness messes with a person's mind. It doesn't excuse his actions, but it explains them. This one made me stop and think. I don't know what it's like to know you're dying. Maybe it does warp your decision-making. Maybe he really was trying to shield me, even if he went about it in the worst way possible. Small blue diamond. You don't have to make a decision now. Grief starts before they're gone. What you're feeling is already part of losing him. This hit hard, because I realized I'm already mourning him, even though he's still here. The version of him I trusted, the marriage I thought we had, it's already gone. Others who couldn't forgive. Of course, not everyone agrees with me staying. Some of you have shared stories of betrayal in similar situations and said it never felt right again. Small blue diamond. My dad cheated on my mom while he was dying. She forgave him, but after he was gone, she admitted she regretted staying. She spent his last months taking care of a man who had broken her, and she never got that time back. This one made me sick to my stomach. What if that happens to me? What if I stay out of guilt, only to resent myself later? Small blue diamond, he made a choice. He didn't have to go through this alone, but he chose to. If you were in his place, would you ever have shut him out like that? No, I wouldn't have. And that's what still hurts the most. Shared experiences, the good, the bad, and the painful. Some of you have been through this exact scenario, partners who cheated or sought comfort elsewhere after a diagnosis. Some forgave, some walked away, some regretted their choice. Small blue diamond, I was in your shoes. My husband confided in someone else instead of me, and I stayed. It was hard, and I'll be honest, I never fully healed from it. But when he passed, I was glad I was there. Even if he hurt me, I know he loved me. I don't know if I'll ever reach this level of peace, but I hope I do. Small blue diamond, my wife pushed me away when she got sick, but she didn't cheat. She just shut down emotionally. It was still painful, but I knew it wasn't about me. Your husband chose to betray your trust. Illness doesn't justify that. And that's the crux of it, isn't it? He chose this. The final thoughts, where I stand now. I'm still here, but I'm not the same. I don't think I'll ever look at him the way I did before. I don't think I'll ever feel that same trust again. But I do think I need to be here for now. Not just for him, but for myself, to figure out what I actually want. Some of you said forgiveness isn't something you give. It's something you feel when the time is right. I don't know if I'll ever forgive him. I don't know if I'll stay until the end. But I do know this. If I ever find myself regretting my choice, I want it to be because I tried, not because I ran away too soon. So, Reddit, I guess this is my final update. Thank you for your thoughts, your experiences, and even your tough love. I needed all of it. No matter what happens next, I'll be okay. Did you enjoy the story? Want to hear more? Then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps my channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.